How's it going, guys? Vaibhav here and welcome back to another video. Now, I wanted to make this video just as soon as Unpacked 2020 got over yesterday, but I thought I'd wait a bit and give it a bit more time so you guys get a more informed approach on this video, and that's why I'm making it one day later. So this video is about the Galaxy Note 20 and why I feel like it's not a flagship level product. Now, if you want to learn more about all of the products that were unveiled at the Unpacked 2020 virtual event from yesterday, go and check out this Twitter thread from Golf News GN Tech that I made. It pretty much goes over all of the products that we saw, all the specifications, all the relevant ones that you'd want to know about the smartphones, the tablets, the earbuds, the watch, and the Galaxy Z Fold 2 that was announced yesterday. Now, if you want a more detailed overview or if you want article form, you can go ahead and check out Golf News GN Tech's website. It'll be the first link down in the description. Go check the articles out. It'll help me out. And yeah, but the Galaxy Note 20, why I don't think it's a flagship device. I feel like the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra as well as the Galaxy Z Fold 2 do a great job in combining user feedback and making sure the next version of the Samsung smartphone is actually refined. But the Galaxy Note 20 is sort of this blur, and I don't really know why Samsung went with it in the first place. Now, I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I felt like from the leaks that we saw in terms of specifications, this would have been a much cheaper smartphone at the end of the day. But with the pricing officially out, I can make this video because I feel like the Galaxy Note 20 for $999 is definitely not worth it. One of the big reasons why that's the case is because of this. So this is a still from the Galaxy Unpacked August 2020 official replay, and if you look at the build quality used on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and the Galaxy Note 20, it's a massive difference. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra goes for a glass back, whereas the Galaxy Note 20 goes for a reinforced polycarbonate back. In other words, it's a plastic back. Now, for a phone that's $999, I really don't expect that sort of build quality because we've gotten used to glass builds in the past. I feel like glass builds give you more rigidity, they give you more endurance in terms of them not scratching up, but this plastic back is somewhat questionable. Now, I don't know what type of reinforced polycarbonate it really is, and once we get our hands on these phones, we can really test it out, but I do feel it's not going to give you the same durability levels as the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Now, the plastic back isn't a very, unheard of a concept because it's been used on many different smartphones. The Galaxy Note 10 Lite actually had a plastic back, and granted, it doesn't take away from that premium experience, but the Galaxy Note 20 Lite at the end of the day was much cheaper than that $999 price tag. Plus, we're bashing companies like OnePlus and Google for going with plastic frames and plastic backs respectively on smartphones that cost nearly 1/3 the price of the Galaxy Note 20. And for Samsung to stick with a plastic back on their smartphone is just not warranted for a price tag of $999. And to me, the Galaxy Note 20 doesn't even feel like an upgrade from the Galaxy Note 10 or the Note 10 Plus. But one of the other key reasons I want to address on the Galaxy Note 20 is of course that display. So if you look at the Note 20 Ultra's display, you get a 6.9-inch Edge Quad HD Plus dynamic display. It's a 2K panel. It's got a 120 Hz refresh rate. If you move over to the Galaxy Note 20 though, you're getting a flat panel, which is a great start. It's a 6.7-inch panel. So in terms of size, the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra aren't that different, but the panel itself is a full HD Plus panel, which is a drawback, and it's only a 60 Hz panel. Now, with smartphones like the OnePlus Nord pushing the boundaries for an AMOLED panel that has a 90 Hz refresh rate, seeing a 60 Hz panel on a $999 smartphone just doesn't make sense. I feel like Samsung's again taken a step back. So the Galaxy S20 series, all three smartphones had a 120 Hz flat display. And I don't know why Samsung couldn't just use one of those displays on the Galaxy Note 20 because it would have made so much more sense. I know the Note 20 Ultra is supposed to be their premium lineup, but at a difference of maybe around $300, it doesn't feel like that big of a difference between the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. If there was a bigger gap, let's say the Note 20 was maybe $800, then okay, the difference in specifications is justified. But this is a huge difference in specifications, and it's definitely going to impact real world performance. So again, that's something that I'm not too keen on when talking about the Galaxy Note 20, and maybe that's why Samsung sort of brushed off the Note 20 as just being a smartphone that comes with the Note 20 Ultra, with the Note 20 Ultra gaining all of that attention and that being the flagship product for the smartphone series. I feel like what the Note 20 does, it actually allows Samsung to market the Note 20 series starting at $999, which I think is why the Galaxy Note 20 exists in the first place. But if Samsung made the improvements to the Note 20 that they made on the Note 20 Ultra, so let's say they had a 120Hz refresh rate panel, maybe they had some sort of a better material choice, glass would be ideal, I think this would have been a much more justified product. So at the end of the day, I feel like the Galaxy Note 20 is a bit of an underwhelming choice if you ask me. Now in the UAE here, the Galaxy Note 20, the vanilla variant, sells for 3,549 dirhams for the 4G variant, and it goes all the way up to 3,949 dirhams for the 5G variant. And 3,949 dirhams is actually more than $1,000, and 3,549 is just below $1,000. So pricing wise, you're looking at pretty much identical prices to that of the USA, but I feel like the specifications on the Note 20 is just a letdown. Once again, the S Pen on the Note 20 is only 40% sort of more faster, so the latency is toned down by 40%, whereas on the Note 20 Ultra, it's toned down by 80%. So that's a very small difference between the two, but a difference nonetheless. Now, in terms of the camera setup, you get the difference once again. So the Note 20 Ultra has the 108 megapixel sensor, whereas the Note 20 has a 64 megapixel telephoto camera. Now, this isn't the same 64 megapixel camera we saw in the past, so it's a bit upgraded over the S20 series. But again, it's not the full 108 megapixel sensor, and apparently Samsung's made improvements to this sensor by making sure that the focus on the sensor is really good. So the Note 20 Ultra actually sees a laser autofocus unit on top of that, which is something that the Note 20 doesn't. But I don't really want to complain about the Note 20 in terms of camera. What may be a complaint is the battery. So the battery on the Note 20 is a 4,300 milliamp hour one, whereas it's a 4,500 one on the Note 20 Ultra. To me, I think the battery levels on both smartphones are a bit toned down. Maybe the Note 20 could have gone with a 4,500 cell and the Note 20 Ultra with a 5,000 milliamp hour cell. I think that would have made more sense given the fact that the S20 Ultra has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery and it pretty much survives the full day with no problem. But I don't want to give you guys my thoughts on how this phone is going to perform on a day-to-day basis. I can tell you the Exynos 990 processor is definitely a downgrade over the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus processor that you're getting on the US variants of these smartphones. But hey, that's the drawback of staying in an area that you don't get Snapdragon processors on Samsung devices. But I think the overall concept or the overall message of this video is, even though the Galaxy Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra may share similar designs, they're not the same smartphone. So if you were planning to go for the Galaxy Note 20 and maybe take the hit in terms of that camera, just make sure that there are more hits this time around than there were in the past. And the Note 20 Ultra actually justifies itself to be a more premium offering. And maybe that's what Samsung wants to do. They want to make the Note 20 Ultra sell even more and sort of make people forget about the Note 20. But those people who want to buy the Note 20, just take all of these points into consideration before making the final choice. But if you want that mystic green color, and if that's something you can't live without, well, that's only available on the Note 20. So yeah, those were my thoughts on pretty much Unpacked, the Galaxy Note 20 as well as the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Why the Note 20 makes very little sense for 2020. Do let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people like the plastic panel because it makes the phone lighter. I don't really know. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.